Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Now before we begin, as always, I have to say a huge thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these glorious high-res pictures. Show Ryan some love in the comments below, cause without him this series quite literally wouldn't be possible. If you are looking to pre-order your very own General Kenobi, he is available with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They do have installment plans and a reward system. Hot Toys, finally, thank you so freaking much. I've been wanting General Kenobi from the Clone Wars forever. And it's about darn time. I was starting to think Hot Toys were just running out of love for Obi-Wan. They announced Anakin from the Clone Wars, and Captain Rex, and Ahsoka, but not Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then they did the exact same thing for Episode 2. Padme, Anakin, Mace Windu, battle droids, but not Obi-Wan. Now, they haven't quite rectified the Episode 2 situation with the infamous Jedi mullet Obi-Wan. Please, Hot Toys. But the Clone Wars version is here. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is my all-time favorite look for Obi-Wan. Now, if only they'd given him that Jedi mullet head sculpt as well, it would have been icing on the cake, but no, I'm not complaining, I'm still very happy. Now, with this being a modern-day Jedi figure, he comes with a USB-powered lightsaber. We are still yet to receive a figure with this USB-powered lightsaber, so I have no idea how it works. I'm pretty darn curious to try it out. He does come with a full array of clone hands, and yes, they do appear to be somewhat new. He does have that very Obi-Wan gesture with the two fingers pointing, so yes, he can do the pose. Of course he can, he needs to. When it comes to lightsaber blades, we do get two of them, swooshing and normal. I like the more vibrant color here, and yes, they are compatible with either hilt. If you want the swooshing one and the light up hilt, you can get that done. He also comes with a mini pair of Jedi binoculars. How do they work because there's no front to them? I don't know. It's Star Wars. Just go along with it. He does come with a mini Anakin hologram and the little hologram projector we've seen a bunch of times before. Anakin looks good. Even at this teeny tiny scale, you can still pretty clearly tell, yeah, that's Anakin. He's got his arms crossed in this sassy pose saying, yeah, master, I know. He's got his armor on and, of course, his cape as well. Now, something I totally wasn't expecting with Obi-Wan was this, the Phase 1 helmet. Now, correct me if I'm wrong down below, and yes, I probably am, because I don't know the length and breadth of everything Star Wars. I know a bit, I've seen pretty much everything there is to see, but when it comes to comics and the expanded universe stuff, I'm a bit of a noob. I'm fairly certain the only time we've seen this helmet is with the Sideshow Mythos statue. I loved it there, and oh, I love it here too. You all know I'm partial to a Phase 1 clone helmet, and this is right up my alley. It's a brand new mold with the visor and the antenna, very Commander Cody-esque. Is this Hot Toys hinting that a Phase 1 Commander Cody is in the works? Oh, I sure as heck hope he is. When it comes to the display base, super simple, rectangular, up front, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It would have been a nice touch if they wrote General Kenobi, but once again, I'm not complaining, this gets the job done. Okay, this is where the fun begins. It's armor time. This is basically going to be a game of spot the reused armor pieces. I'm fairly certain the feet and the shin armor are reuse, but the knee pads, they're brand new. Once again, as always, I could be wrong, correct me down below. I like the sculpt, it's very sharp, and the paint applications, they're not overdone. What the heck do I mean by that? Well, the weathering is quite subtle. Hot Toys really could have gone one of two ways here. They could have gone all out, scratched up, battle damage, carbon scoring everywhere, or slightly cleaner. They quite clearly went with the latter, which for me, I think is the right choice. This is, after all, General Kenobi. He's not standing still for droids to be blasting him, he's flitting around the battlefield, and he's not catching as much dirt and grime or carbon scoring. Now, the outfit, I'm pleased to report, is all fabric, which means you can go crazy when it comes to posing. And Hot Toys were very confident to show you this, because in the promo pics, they went bonkers. Their poses were straight fire, and I loved every single one of them. I cannot wait to get this guy in hand and try out a few of those poses in the review. I don't know about y'all, but I've always loved that blend between the black clone bodysuit, the clone armor, and the Jedi robes. It gives you that added boost of contrast with that really dark bodysuit against the lighter robes, especially for Obi-Wan. Speaking of his Jedi robes, they look awesome. They're the same lightweight fabric as Episode 3 Obi-Wan, and the belt looks very similar as well. All of the tabards down below are wired, which, once again, I know I've said it, gonna say it once more, great for posing. There is, however, one noticeable difference between the belt area on this guy and the Episode 3 version. Now, don't get too excited, it's nothing major, it's the brown strip of fabric underneath the belt. Now, it does appear to be the same lightweight textured fabric as the Jedi robes, just done in brown. It is accurate to the Clone Wars look though, it should definitely be there. Speaking of the Clone Wars look, the upper torso armor, I'm fairly certain, is all new. Now, some people were thinking, ooh, they've reused Anakin's armor, but no, I don't think they have. I think this mold is specific to Obi-Wan, for 3 key reasons. Number 1, the shape looks entirely different to Anakin. Number 2, the cape attaches in a completely different way. And number 3, I think the side pieces are articulated. Because on one side, the gap between the centerpiece is bigger than the other. So I'm fairly certain they swing out for maximum range of motion, definitely a good thing. Now, just like Anakin, Obi-Wan comes with his cape. Will I be rocking the cape? Oh, you bet I will. I love a cape on a Jedi. It's something we don't get to see very often, but in the collection, I guess I'm going to be seeing it all the time, because this guy is 100% going cape on. Now, the cape does look to be a 2-ply, rather thick fabric, and I think it's wired. I'm not sure if that's the case, but I hope it is. The outer edges are very frayed, so it's not a brand new cape, but up the top it's a little bit cleaner. I mean, don't worry about the rest of the cape, as long as the top has those pristine buckles with, I'm pretty sure, the Jedi logo in the middle and the pleats, you're all set. Now, this armor for his forearms, once again, all new. It's slightly more weathered than his legs. Kind of weird because he'd be running around, but it's fine, it looks good. I like the speckling and I like the dirt and grime. Now, this saber hilt we have seen before with Episode 3 Obi-Wan. The sculpt still looks good and it's painted really well. This time though, with the blades, the colour is a little bit more saturated. I have complained multiple times in the past that the blue wasn't bright enough, but this time, now that they've bumped the saturation up a little, I think it looks a whole lot better. Keep it up, Hot Toys. Oh! Hello there! Now, this was the one thing that, in my opinion, could make or break this figure. The armor could have been awesome and the robes could have been fantastic, but if the head sculpt wasn't good, then this guy would have been an immediate fail. Luckily, I think it is good. Now, is it 100% perfect? No, I don't think it is. Is there room for improvement? I think so. If this is indicative of the final product, will I be happy? Please don't hate me, but yeah, I will. I actually really dig this head sculpt. I think it's better than the Episode 3 one, and this time, moving eyeballs. You all know I'm a huge fan of moving eyes. Also, unlike the Episode 3 head sculpt, it's on a separate neck. Meaning, when you do pop off the head sculpt, the neck is pre-attached to the body. Will the neck be removable as well? I don't know. Because for those wondering if they can switch on the Episode 3 head sculpt, because some people genuinely prefer that, we'll have to wait and see. The skin texture is well painted, but under secret base lighting, for some reason his skin looks a little bit glossy. Also, whoever posed his eyes, they done goofed cause he's a little bit cross-eyed. Luckily, because those eyes are moving, they can totally fix that, and I expect them to at some point in the future on display. You can't leave my boy Obi-Wan looking all cross-eyed. Please, Hot Toys, get that fixed for your store display. At the end of the day, do I think this looks like Ewan? Oh yeah, it does. This is Ewan McGregor through and through. Like I said though, it's not perfect. There's still room for improvement if they decide to get that done. Do weigh in down below though. Do you like this head sculpt? Is it a fail? Is it a win? Is it somewhere in between? Maybe give me a ranking out of 10. If I had to give you a ranking out of 10, I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. Maybe leaning towards 8.5 depending on the pose of the eyes and the angle. Now, if you are looking to pre-order this version of Obi-Wan or General Kenobi, the link for that is of course in the description below with toyswonderland.com. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.